Hi, it's Erica.
Hi, it's Kameya. Welcome to Two Singles in a Pod. Today's episode is about the best parts about being single
and the worst parts about being single.
So, let's get into it.
I think this is a perfect way to kick off our first ever podcast episode.
I agree.
I'm gonna be honest. Right now, I think there is more good in being single than there is bad in being single.
I think it's even.
Okay.
I think it's even. I think we should start with the good first, and then we'll go to the bad.
Absolutely. What do you think is the best part about being single?
My alone time.
Oh, yes.
Me being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want to. I don't have to worry about anybody. What's your, number one?
I love that, too, because I love my alone time. I'm very selfish with my time. Very selective, so I would agree. But to add on to that, I would say kind of being out there and, flirting with people and just having a good time and not worrying if you're being too flirty or too friendly or going out too much. Just having that freedom to do whatever you want, to say whatever you want, you know?
Yeah, that's true, because I think it's fun when you are single and you get to flirt with people, because when you're in a relationship, obviously flirting, you feel guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's harmless flirting, but when you're single, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's exciting. And I like to flirt all the time. I think I flirt with everybody, men, women. I think I just am naturally a flirt. I do it without even realizing.
I think it's you're such a friendly person. That's
Maybe.
Just your personality. You're very outgoing. You're very spoken.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes when you're talking to a guy, they may take it off. That's
they
flirting.
always do. And I'm like.
But for me, I am a very quiet person. I'm very to myself.
Yeah.
So when I'm flirting, it's kind of just, I'll be honest. I think I flirt way better with someone that I'm not attracted to versus someone I am attracted to.
Such a toxic trait.
It is a very toxic trait. But I'm like, okay, why can't I do that to this person that I do like?
They probably make you nervous.
Probably. I don't know. I doubt it. I think it's more oh, what are they going to say? Maybe I'm being too direct versus someone I don't like. It's whatever. But I think flirting is definitely one of the funnest things when you're single, because you can do it with anyone, honestly.
I also think being single, the best part about it is that I don't have to check in with anybody. I don't have to be hey, I'm going to the store.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm walking down the street. Hey, I'm walking my dog.
Oh
hey, I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I like that I don't have to tell somebody my whereabouts at every moment, or anything I'm doing, or any decisions I'm making. I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
That's actually number one.
Yes.
That's number one for me.
You do things at your own time, at your own pace.
Yeah.
And you don't worry about making time for anybody.
Exactly. I am just, living my life, sleeping till when I want to sleep, go to sleep when I want to go to sleep.
Yes.
Do activities that I want to do. I don't have to be hey, do you want to watch this TV show with me because we have to watch it as a couple?
Yes.
I don't have to do that.
You don't have to compromise.
No,
and that's the biggest thing.
Correct. Yeah. I am watching Vampire Diaries right now for the first time ever. I've never seen that show.
Oh my God, you are so late to the game.
I am very late to the game on that one, and I just think I can watch it without having to worry about somebody else being why are we watching this stupid show? It's about vampires and blah, 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 whatever. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, literally, you don't have to compromise. You do things at your own time. You watch whatever show you want whenever you want.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about their opinion.
Yes.
But also going on dates.
Yeah.
And I'll give it to you guys. I know dating can be very expensive. I get some of us can be very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But just going on dates, and whether it's trying new foods or new activities or visiting a new place, but it's also getting to know this person on a different level. And then you can pinpoint okay, I like that he did this. I didn't like that he did this. And it kind of helps you pick your person,
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I like going on dates, but I also hate going on dates at the same time. And the reason why I hate going on dates is because I get so in my head that I immediately already find something I don't like in that person.
Oh, okay.
Before even going on the date, I'm already He's gonna be too short.
What?
He's gonna be too tall.
Why?
He's gonna be something. I don't know. I just do that. So I'm like, I think that's actually one of the worst parts about being single is having to go on dates.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's funny. That's like your good part, and to me, that's my worst part.
But like, you don't think thinking about like the negative parts of it, it kind of sets you up to like for the date to not go well. Like you're already going into this date, figure out that something is gonna go bad.
I mean, yeah, but I think, well, first of all, I know I just said that I hate going on dates, but I'm like the best dater. That sounds, make sense. It sounds weird, but like once I'm there, I just am really good at conversations. I think that's probably what it is because they always have like the best time.
Right.
It's me that's like, I don't like this. Like, I just don't like it. But I mean, like, to me, dating is not my favorite part. It's my worst part. I think that my favorite parts about being single is just like the not having to worry about men at all.
Yes.
Like, I just, being single, I just don't have to worry about them. Like, I know, like, when you're single, you should be out there dating and all that stuff like that. But I think you do that when you're ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that there's stages to being single. Like, you're just single, where it's about you.
Yeah.
Then there's the single you trying to date.
Yeah.
And then you get into the dating part. And then you're in a relationship or whatever.
Okay, so there's like, levels to this.
Yeah.
Right? So let's say you're recently single, okay? You don't want to jump into something so quick,
correct?
Right? You want to work on yourself, improve yourself, kind of fall in love with yourself again.
Yeah.
And I love that about being single. I love that I can put in overtime for myself and, again, just heal from whatever it is I need to heal, grow as and be better as a person so that once I'm like, okay, I love who I am. Now I'm ready to love somebody else. So I would say that's like my number one thing I love about being single.
Dating yourself.
Dating myself.
Okay, so that is the good thing about being single. Yes. Like, I like that. Like, you know, prioritizing, oh my God, sorry. Yourself is like so good.
A little too much wine.
A little bit too much. Wine and coffee is just crazy. But I think that when you are dating yourself, it makes you like get excited in a weird way. Like being alone. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Because not a lot of people know or even like being alone.
Yeah.
So in that time, you really just learn to love that.
That's true.
And I think once you're okay with being alone, like you're good. You're set.
Yeah.
And like going into a relationship, that's their only competition now at that point. It's like you don't have to worry about another guy.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything else but me. Like I am your own competition because I'm okay being alone. I was good pre you. I'll be good post you.
Yeah, you dated the shit out of yourself. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what you like, what you don't like, whatever. And then when you're dating somebody, they like just have to compete with you.
Literally. If you want to go on a date, go on that date. Yeah. You want to take yourself to make, I don't know, pottery. Go on a pottery date.
That would be a cute date, actually.
Want to go to the pumpkin patch by yourself? Go to the pumpkin patch by yourself.
You know. And
may I add, Mia is very anti-pumpkin patch, but
pumpkin patch dates is weird to me. But I think like being alone, some people might hate that, but I actually think it's more therapeutic than people realize. I think it's like learning how to be alone is hard than actually being alone.
Yeah.
But then once you find the positive into being alone, I think that people love it. And, you know, being like the single part of that is being great. Like, I just think being single is being free.
Yes, absolutely.
I love being single and I can come and go whenever I want to and please and stay out as late as I want to. I can just do whatever.
Yes.
It's fun to me. It's fun.
You can literally be out all night with your girls, having drinks, having a good time, flirting, like bar hopping. You don't have to worry about anything. You are doing everything at your own time.
Yeah. And flirting is fun. Like, I think it's exciting because you also are getting to know that person, you know, while flirting. But it also brings out like a fun side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's like you know, have to worry about what you say. Like when you're flirting with somebody, you're like, how far can I push this? You know, like what's too much?
Yeah.
What's not too much? Is that person going to be offended? Is that person going to think that I'm too like forward? But I think I think it's like fun to try
Yeah.
it. Like, you know
Because
what
you
I
have
mean?
nothing to lose.
You don't.
There's no commitment here.
You know, and you were saying like you like to flirt with people that you're not like necessarily into as much.
Okay, let me correct myself. It's not that I like, okay? It's just like, that's just how it happens. Like, someone can slide up in my DMs and give me a compliment or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they'll say something like smirky or like flirt. And it's
Mhm.
easier to flirt back to someone that I am just not interested in
Yeah.
versus if it was somebody that I was attracted to or if that I was interested in.
I mean, I'm kind of the same way. Like I'll definitely flirt with people that I'm probably not interested in. And it's
Mhm.
not like I said, I'm naturally a flirt. Like I think I flirt with like
Yes.
everybody.
Yes,
Like
absolutely.
I think it doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, old,
Mm-hmm.
my age, or maybe in your 20s. I don't even know if well, you know. But I think that I just am naturally a flirt, but I find it that I do flirt with people that I'm not really into. But if I'm into somebody, I don't flirt with them.
Really?
I'm more like, your shirt's cute. Like,
That's it.
yeah, like I wouldn't flirt like at all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because I think being in a relationship sometimes scares me. And that's probably like one of the things that are good and bad about being single is that like relationships sometimes, when I get so happy in being single, I get scared to be in relationships.
Why?
I don't know. I think that I start to love being single so much and start loving my
Yes.
own time. Start loving just, you know, being by myself. I start like I'm one of those people that actually love being by myself.
Yes, me too.
So
Absolutely.
when I start to get in like that mode and then I start dating somebody and then I have to take myself out of that,
yes.
that's really hard for me.
Yeah.
That's like really hard for me to be like, I'm going to go on this date. We're going to go do this.
Yep.
Instead, I'm so used to being like, I'm going to go watch a movie by myself. I'm going to go take myself on a dinner date. I'm going to go do these things for myself. So those are things I love about being single. But then like dating scares me. When I get into like so comfortable of being single and loving it so much, it gets me.
No, I mean, I get that. It can be a little nerve-wracking, a little intimidating because, again, like you said, you're so used to your own time that when you change that routine, you're kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
At this time, I was supposed to do this, and now I have to do this with this person.
Yeah, that's like for me, it's really big. Like, it might not be big to a lot of other people, but when I'm single and then I'm loving it, like loving it.
Yes.
Because when I am in that mode and I love it, I don't want to do it. You know?
Yeah.
Single is the opportunity to live on your own terms and not apologize.
Preach it.
And I love that. Like, I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
And so when I get in those, like, loving it, it's so hard to date. It scares me.
No, I get it. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm very selfish with my time. So if I were to meet someone, they have to add to that. They have to add value to my life.
I like that.
Because if you're going to drain me, we're done.
I like
that. And I think when you're single, it's super important, again, to really pinpoint your desires, your wants, your needs, because it does give you time to fall in love with yourself. And you know how there's different love languages, right?
Yeah.
You have the ones that how you like to receive and how you like to give. For me, I've noticed that I am like acts of service, gift giving is how I show my love to them. So doing that to myself, dating myself is kind of like, okay, well, I did it for myself. I mean, you doing it is not like impressive or it's not easy.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I actually really love that that you do that. Like, I really love that. But does that make you feel like you go into the mode of loving being single more than loving being in a relationship?
Oh my God, no! Are you kidding? I am a lover girl. I am a lover girl.
You are.
As much as I do love being single, I do crave that companionship. You know? But I think, again, at this time of me being single, I'm learning who I am as a person and my requirements, and I'm learning how to set boundaries and not compromise with that. So I would say, changing it now to like being the worst, I love being alone with somebody. I love sharing just silence with somebody.
Yeah.
Like having that quality time. Like I can be scrolling on TikTok and he can be sitting on the couch next to me
Mm-hmm.
watching a basketball game or whatever, and that's perfect for me.
I agree because that actually brings me with like acts. Like you said, you like active service. That's your love language. Mine is quality time, and quality time is fine by yourself, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but that's the worst part about being single is that I have all the quality time, but like when I'm in a relationship, I want someone to have quality time with. I just want someone to nap with me, and I would be like, that is the best. Like that's the best.
Your little nap dates.
I would be like, let's get married. You're gonna nap with me. I want to marry you. Like that would be like the best. For me, that's the worst part about being single is that I don't have that person to nap with. I don't have the person, like we were talking about going on dates or whatever and how much I hate them. But when I feel like I'm in an actual relationship, I love trying new things with my partner.
Yes, me too.
I like going to, try new restaurants. I like to travel. I like to see the world in their eyes too.
Yes.
And I think that's the worst part about being single is that I don't have somebody to call up and be like, tell them about my day.
Yes.
I want someone to call and tell them about my day. Even if my day is like super boring, like, hey, I had lunch with Erica. Like, I just want someone to tell, like, hey, I had lunch with Erica.
Yes.
And for them to be like, that's
engage
so cool.
In it. Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, having that best friend.
Yes.
And
yes.
Yeah. Like, that's what I want.
Having your best friend, your lover, like, just literally everything in one human, you know? Because I get really bad social anxiety sometimes, or just like anxiety in general. And having someone to call me like, hey, like this is what's going on, and have them like bring me calm and like peace, like just calm my mind. That is what I crave. That is what I want.
That's perfect because that's the worst part about being single is you don't
like,
have
who am I
that
gonna
person.
Call?
Yeah, you don't have anybody to call.
Yeah.
And like for me, I just sometimes want someone to be there.
Yes.
Like I just need somebody sometimes to just be there. And we were talking about flirting and stuff like that, but when I'm in a relationship, I love flirting with like my partner.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's like so important.
Yeah, it is important.
Keep it alive. Yeah. Flirt.
Yeah, I think that's like the things that I like about when you're in a relationship is like you flirt and then you get excited to see them and
you know what? You don't get bored of them fast.
No.
It just like keeps it like day one.
Yeah, I think when you do stuff like that, yes. I mean, if you don't do that in your relationship, then it kind of feels like, I don't know, routine-ish and stuff like that. But I feel like that's the thing, when you are single, I feel like you almost get routined. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
About being single, like sometimes I like a little jazz in there,
No, absolutely.
I am very much a introvert.
Me too.
And so being single, that's horrible.
Yes, absolutely.
It's horrible. So I need to date someone who's not like an extrovert. I need to date someone who's an extrovert. And so when I do, I'm like, oh, I hate being single. Like being single is the worst. I'm so glad I'm with this person. I'm so glad I'm
because they bring out like this outgoing and like friendly side out of you.
Yeah.
Like they encourage you to like get out there, and it's like, it's okay to be talkative. It's okay to do this.
Yeah. I have to date someone who's like the life of the party.
Absolutely.
Because I am not the life of the party. I am very much like, if we're going to go to a party, I need to have a partner that's like, hey, how are you guys doing? Blah, blah, blah. Because I'm going to be like, don't talk to me.
Nobody. I have to take like 3 shots of tequila if I'm single and I'm going to a party.
If I'm single, I'm probably not going to a party. Like, who am I going to a party with? Like, I think, those are the things I hate about being single is, this is a number one thing I hate, is when all your friends are in relationships, right? You're the single friend.
Yes,
right?
I am.
So sometimes being the single friend, you get set up on weird dates and you're like, why is this other person here? Like, who are you? It's not even my type. Or when your friends are like, oh, there's this guy that I want to hook you up with. And you're thinking like, I don't want to be hooked up with him.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in him.
Yeah.
Those are the things I hate about when you're single, because sometimes I feel like people almost look down at you when you're single. Yeah. And I don't get it. But maybe it's because like that's just how I've been feeling lately.
Yeah.
And it's just like weird. Maybe because all my friends are like married
Mhm.
practically.
No, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But like also when you're seeing someone, you get to go on these like cute little dates, especially during the holidays. There's so much to do. There's again pumpkin patch. You can go ice skating.
Mm-hmm.
Um, literally picnic dates.
Making memories with
Those are
somebody.
my favorite.
I've never been on a picnic date. That would be
No.
cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
your next little boo thing has to do a picnic for you because they are
Yeah.
amazing.
I've never
No,
done
but
that.
but like you said, it's like going on these dates,
Yeah.
trying new things, whether it's a new restaurant, a new activity, even like seeing someone who's like good with like a good little friendly competition.
Yeah.
Let's play pickleball together.
Yeah, that would
Let's
be cool.
try to play a new sport together.
Yeah.
Let's do something new together for the first time.
Yes.
And that is what excites me.
I think that when you're single, I think this is the worst part, is that you don't have a plus one.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not even just like to weddings, for an example. I mean, just like a plus one for everything.
Yeah, for like family gatherings. And again, with the holidays coming up, you want to take them to Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas
Mhm.
dinner. You
Yeah.
want them to be there.
Exactly. So I think those are things that you miss out on
Mm-hmm.
when you're single.
Yeah.
It's also like the shame people give you. It's oh, you didn't bring anybody home this year? It's
Oh my God.
oh, thanks. Or when are you getting married? And you're like, I don't even have a boyfriend. Stop
That is
it.
literally
That's like
my
the
life
worst.
every Thanksgiving.
Is it? Sorry.
I am Mexican. My family's very traditional. I go to
Okay.
dinner and everyone's like, hey, they have kids, they have their boyfriends, husbands, whatever. And they're like, well, what about Erica? No, well, Erica just showed up with a bottle of wine or two. So
Yeah. See, yeah,
let's
that's
just have fun.
what I mean.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like the worst part about it, is that you don't have that plus one. And I feel like when you do have the plus one, everything, it just goes different for you.
You see life almost like a little bit more on the joyful side,
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Okay, don't get me wrong. Being single is great.
Yes.
It's great. There's like so many pluses to it, and but there is negative to it.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that when you are single, you just have to really find yourself and love yourself and be comfortable in your own being by yourself and things like that. But I do think that being single ultimately is lonely.
Yes, it can be.
And I mean, like, I've known people that I've met that said they've been single for like years, like long years.
Mm-hmm.
And when they tell me, it's kind of funny. I will feel sad for them. And I'm like, why do I feel so sad for them? Because sometimes being single is great. They might be having like the time of their life, traveling, doing whatever by themselves. Some people are totally comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But it's like funny that you just feel so sad for them. And I think everybody just feels that way. And if you tell someone I've been single for 10 years or something, they automatically will feel sad for you. You could say I've been single for a month. They'd be like, oh, really?
Aww. And they're probably in a relationship, huh?
And I feel like even singles versus singles do that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You're like, oh, why? Like, what happened?
Like, even if you're single, but you're putting yourself out there and you're dating versus someone who's actually like single, like literally just dating themselves, they're like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, well, I want to work on myself. I want to be this amazing person for me first.
Yeah.
Like, let me fall in love with me. Let me date me.
Yeah.
Once I'm cool with that, then we can start dating like other people.
So let me ask you, do you ever think that's a cop-out when people say that they're dating themselves?
No.
Like, do you believe them? I don't know if I believe them.
I would say it depends on how they say it, how they deliver it.
Yeah.
If I don't know them, be like, oh, okay. But if I know them, I can kind of just like see if they're lying or not.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like, whenever I'm single and stuff like that, I'm always like, I'm going to find myself. I'm working on myself, and then I'm not. I'm more working on whenever I first get out of a relationship, any relationship, I go through this thing where I'm like, I have to be okay by myself.
Yes.
And I go through a whole thing about it. And then after I get out of that stage, I go through like hey, he's cute. Hey, he's cute. Let me talk.
You get a little distracted.
Yeah, so then I start talking to all these people, and the next thing I know, I'm in a relationship again. So it's like, what is this? Like, I'm one of those people that I feel like I've never really are single, but then when I am single, I don't, like, that's why I think right now I feel like I just be like, I don't want to be bothered by anybody. I just don't want to talk to anybody, and
that's so interesting.
Get comfortable like that.
I'm like super closed off.
Okay.
Like very like someone couldn't approach her and be like, no, absolutely not. But like,
Yeah.
given that you're like that, what would you say you prefer, to be single or to not be single?
Depends on the day.
Okay, today. How are you feeling today?
Well, I say that because honestly, it like really does depend on the day for me. There's some days that I'm like, man, I just like don't want to deal with anybody. But then there's other days that I'm like, I need to be with somebody. You know?
Yeah.
So it just like depends. Like,
you know how they always say like, oh, in the summer, you know, that's when the girls are having their hot girl summer. Once winter comes along, they want to like be all cuddled up with somebody. What do you say that is true? Because I'll be honest, that is so true for me.
Is it for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like more people want to be in relationships when it's the holiday seasons.
Yes.
And I think it's more because like their families put the pressure on them.
Yes.
I really think that's what it is.
You're right. Yeah.
And then it's like you have to have somebody for Christmas. You have to have somebody for Thanksgiving. I don't really believe Valentine's Day is a real holiday, so that's like a whole nother thing for me. But people feel like they have to have that.
Yeah.
Like there's just some days like I wake up and I'm like I don't want a relationship, and then there's other days I wake up and I'm like I want to be married.
I get that.
I'm like I just want to run down that aisle. Let's go. It's so weird.
Would you say you're ready to be a wife?
I think I'd be
today?
Like, the best wife. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If it was like the right person, yes. I don't think that I would miss single behavior that I have.
Oh, of course.
What I mean by that is like I have single girl behavior. There are things that I probably do that would probably like drive my future husband like insane, but I wouldn't do it in front of them.
Right.
Like, you know, there's just, I have single girl behavior. There's times that I just want to be alone, and I wonder, like, whomever I marry, if they'd be okay with that.
Oh, that's true. Because some people be like, why are you ignoring me? Or, like, is something wrong? Did I do something? Did I say something? It's like, no, I need a day to myself.
Yeah. Like, there's sometimes, like, when my daughter goes to her dad's house, and I know that I'm going to be, like, all by myself, I will not leave my room. Really? I literally don't even want to talk to anybody. Like, I'll watch some documentaries and be like, that's my single girl behavior, is documentaries, by the way. Like, that is it. That's what I'll do.
Got it.
Yeah, so.
Okay, no, I get that. I mean, again, I'm a lover girl, so I am ready to get married today, tomorrow, next week, whenever. Just pop the question. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
And it's my person, of course. If it's just some random guy in the street, no, let's not be weird about it.
Yeah.
But no, I love being single because, again, I love my time. I love doing things at my own time. I don't have to compromise. I can go out whenever. I'm a very homebody, so if I'm going out, it's a very rare occasion, right? Yeah, so I need someone who's going to be okay with that. But love a girl over here. Wouldn't mind settling down, doing all these cute little dates. But until then, being single is great.
And then I'm going to disagree. Single's horrible for me. Because I'm an overthinker, and I think this is probably like the number one reason why I hate it. I'm overthinking of why I'm single. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Oh, girl, nothing.
Oh, I know nothing, but I'll like get into these modes in my head that I'm like, this is why, and I just don't think I'm a person that likes being single. But then I think when I'm in a relationship, I crave the single behavior.
I know. Okay, I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
So I say date yourself for a month, right? Be so consistent.
Okay.
How you would love someone, love yourself. Like if you're like words of affirmation, give that to yourself.
I am all about words of affirmation.
Acts of service, do something good for you.
I'm not really an act of service kind of. It's like so weird to me that people are, but you know, I don't know. I know you are, but I'm just like, absolutely. I like giving gifts, but I always feel like really odd receiving gifts.
Okay.
I do. I think it's like when I get a gift, I don't know how to say thank you. Like I feel like it's like weird. I'm just always like, whatever, you know?
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, date yourself. Try for a month. Let me know how that goes. Okay. You might actually love it even more.
I might. I mean, like, being single sounds...
Go buy yourself flowers today.
I'm going to go buy myself flowers.
There you go.
That would be nice.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to our first episode of Two Singles in a Pot.
Yes. Like, subscribe, comment, give us a 5-star review if you love it. If you hate it, don't leave a review at all.
But we do appreciate any feedback that you guys can give us. If you guys have any questions, anything you want us to talk about in the future, let us know and we'll definitely do so.
Yes. Also follow on Instagram, 2singles and a pod. TikTok, 2singles and a pod. YouTube, 2singles and a pod.
Because we are
Two singles and a pod. See you later, all you lovers out there.
Yes.